we'd like to hear from you about positive consent in law. What do you think?
I think the whole consent narrative is a bit of a tricky one, because I mean it all sounds very good, but of course they say that women consent to all sorts of things. So prostitution, it's a matter of, they say it's all okay because the woman consented, and surrogacy, it's all okay because the woman consented, and now it's getting to the point of strangulation is okay because the woman consented, right? And they're creating more criminal offences where they're using consent as an element, because it's a perfect way out, because the woman just gets cross-examined. It's put to her, you love being strangled, don't you? Or you love having your jaw broken, or whatever it is. And even if the man kills the woman, he can say, oh, she loved rough sex. So, you know, it was all okay. So the whole consent thing, while it sounds good, doesn't really solve anything for women, because they'll always claim the woman consented. They're trying to, I mean, there was a whole lot of stuff over this. We're strengthening the sexual assault legislation here in New South Wales, that if you have to require, the woman has to have said yes, and that will make the difference. I support it. Let's strengthen it all we want, but in the end, men lie. So at the moment they'll say, the trouble is at the moment, men can get off sexual assault by saying, oh, well, so the woman, like in the Lazarus case, the woman said she wasn't consenting and the court accepted that, but they also accepted that he didn't know she wasn't consenting. And that's why they've kind of strengthened it, where you need to have affirm, you know, some actual, yes means yes. I mean, actually, he needs to actually ask her. So that's what they've done. But I mean, I think if that law had been in place, he would have just said that she had said yes. I mean, I'm a bit cynical that it will cure the problem, but yes, it's a step in the right direction, I guess, to try and make it, but I don't think it's the correct way. I think there's other things we can do. For instance, I think if there's serious injuries involved, I don't think we need to worry about whether she was consenting, especially when she's a young girl who was extremely inebriated, for instance, and a virgin. And, you know, really, that was a terrible case. And there were lots of ways that case could have been won, but the legal team for Lazarus found every way around it. And I just think that's the nature of the legal system, that they'll find a way around it. Yeah, they don't want to give women power, basically, to be able to say, look, I mean, I think if someone wants to break their jaw or strangle someone, even if it's consensual, I think you take a risk. If you're going to do physical harm to someone as part of your sexual practice, and then, you know, afterwards the person goes, oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Well, I actually think, you know, we've got to draw a line somewhere. I mean, the public health system shouldn't have to be, you know, carrying the consequences of people, you know, beating women up and causing them serious and permanent injuries because it's a fetish. It's crazy stuff.